Boher Jacobson, Confident Life Coaching and Hypnotherapy. And just wanted to get on here. Somebody told me yesterday something really, really wonderful to hear, and that was that they've been watching and following my live streams from my walk every morning on Instagram, and that it made them feel really good to see me just show up, no makeup, imperfect, on my walk, real. And yeah, I mean, it's so gratifying to hear that, first of all. Secondly, I wanted to just get on and talk. I'm experimenting with this platform called Restream, so hopefully you're seeing this live. And I wanted to get on here and talk about a couple things that have been happening in my practice that have been really exciting. One thing, as many of you know, I work with people on many, many issues, including ADHD coaching. I do work with neurodiverse people. And I'm so excited about the work that I've been doing with one of my neurodiverse clients who is 17 years old. And she is on the spectrum, and she's been struggling with something called non-epileptic seizures, which come on when she gets very overstimulated and very, very stressed. And we've been able to teach her how to self-regulate and stop those seizures before they ruin her day. In the past, when she would have one of these seizures, it would take her out for the entire day. So she's been seizure free, I think, for the last week and a half or so, and she was able to stop her own seizure, and she's feeling extremely confident. In addition to that, she was able to attend an event, a homecoming event, which was very, there was a lot of sensory overload, and she was able to stay and enjoy the entire event, when in the past she would have had to leave after just a few minutes because of the sensory overload. So hypnotherapy and life coaching is so powerful to help people enjoy life and participate in life. And I just met with her the other day, and she was telling me about how she has social anxiety and how she wanted to speak with her neighbor who was about her same age, but she would just get so anxious and not know what to say. And this is a really common problem for a lot of people. I was telling her the story about how one of my clients who had a similar struggle with knowing what to say and would just kind of shut down, and people would ask her, like, why aren't you talking? And then they would not want to be friends with her because she wouldn't talk. Well, this story that I told her was about this young woman who I encouraged to participate in pageants, and she ended up, not only did she win the entire pageant, but she was the only one who could speak articulately when asked a question that she was not prepared for, and she won that whole pageant. Here's a girl who struggles with knowing what to say, and she was able to answer a question in an impromptu way and in the middle of 500 people. And not only did she answer it in the most wonderful, articulate way, the entire audience leapt to their feet. And I knew at that moment, because I was at that pageant competition, I knew she would win it, and she did. And I asked her later, what was it that helped you feel so confident answering a question that you were asked on the spot in front of an entire audience? She said, I remember what you told me, which was to trust myself. And that was so gratifying to hear. So the client that I was mentioning before, I told her the story, and then we role played. We used some hypnotherapy, some suggestion, and then we role played talking to this neighbor. And it was amazing to see how confident she was able to become. The first time when we role played it, she had the same level of anxiety that she would have in the real situation. And by the end, she was able to role play and imagine speaking to that neighbor, feeling really calm, really and really executing really good conversation. So just super proud of her work, super proud of the work that I do. And I just wanted to leave with one little nugget, because I do have to get on a call with a client, a remote client in Montana in a few minutes. who I've been doing some really life-changing work with as well, getting her unstuck and getting her moving forward into a new stage in her life. But the one thing I wanted to leave you with was you're the only one that gets to say what your priorities are and your values are. And just be aware if you are making decisions or living your life based on what other people's priorities are. Just be aware of that, because other people's priorities are not your priorities, and you're allowed to live your life based on what your values are and what your priorities are. So if you haven't given any thought to that, give some thought to what you value most and what your priorities are. And if you need help sorting that out, or you need help with managing ADHD, or like one of my new clients that will be starting this week, just getting unstuck, moving in, transitioning into the next stage of your life, get on a free consult, www.meetwithmelissa.me. It's super easy to do. And again, that is meetwithmelissa.me. Super easy to remember, super easy to get on my schedule for a free consult. And I'll customize some coaching for you and see how I can answer your questions and if I might be able to help you with any unwanted issue or any place in your life that you feel stuck, whether it's a transition from a relationship, or you want a relationship, or you're wanting a career change, or you're struggling with ADHD, or you have an unwanted issue, or you're neurodiverse and you want some help managing your life and having it be everything that you deserve it to be. Get on my calendar, meetwithmelissa.me. I'm going to end the stream, and this has been a fun experiment, and I'll